There has been a theory that has been questioned for years, ever since the episode where Gary challenged Giovanni and presented 10 badges. Where did Gary get the extra 2 badges? How? And from what gym? Today I'm going to be uncovering something everyone misses, and explaining how Gary might have acquired 10 badges, when Kanto only has 8 official gyms. Sign in and get ready to comment down below as we explore one of the biggest unanswered questions in Pokemon. If you haven't watched the Kanto season of Pokemon, I will explain what happened. In Kanto, there are only officially revealed to us, the viewers, 8 official gyms and 3 unofficial gyms. When Gary showed up to challenge the 8th gym leader, Giovanni, he shows Ash that he already has 10 badges, and really didn't even need Giovanni's badge to qualify for the Pokemon League. Hence why people are confused as to how Gary was able to get 10 badges, and want to know where the other 2 badges came from. But what if I told you all have been wrong? What if I told you that Gary doesn't just have 2 extra badges, but he has 3 extra badges? Something that is missed quite a lot is that Giovanni is the 8th gym leader. Hence, Gary has 10 badges, and thus he has 2 extra badges, right? Makes sense, but it's wrong, because Gary doesn't have Giovanni's badge yet. Not only that, but look, Gary only has about 3 Kanto badges. The rest are not Kanto badges. Let's take a closer look. The first 3 badges can be identified as Brock, Misty, or either Lieutenant Surge's and Erica's badge. The third badge is extremely hard to see and lacks color, so I doubt it's Lieutenant Surge's or Erica's badge, but its shape is very similar. The other badges are completely different and not Kanto badges. Let's just think back to the anime. The first and second gyms acknowledge that the trainers from Kanto have come through.
We just got beaten 3 times in a row by kids from this nowhere place called Pallet Town.
Not again.
Even the Samurai in Viridian Forest points out that 3 skilled trainers already came through before Ash did.
Have you fought Pokemon matches against Gary and the others?
There were 3 spectacular matches, each more challenging than the last. Those trainers really knew how to raise Pokemon.
But that all changes with Lieutenant Surge. Surge is so powerful that he calls his opponents babies.
Okay, baby.
I'm no baby. My name's Ash Ketchum.
I call everybody who loses to me baby.
Does that sound like a gym leader who was utterly destroyed by Gary? And Erica's gym banned Ash because he didn't like perfume. Does that sound like a gym that would welcome the cocky trainer that is Gary? What about Sabrina? She was so psychotic to the point that if she beat a trainer, they would become her play toys. Pretty sure Gary didn't beat her. Looking at the rest of the badges that Gary owns, we can see that he might potentially have the Volcano badge from Blaine. But the episode that shows Blaine unfortunately also shows that Gary's on vacation rather than being able to challenge the gym leader, as Blaine was not willing to accept challengers and was hiding. The rest of the badges consist of an orange bell, a yellow and orange shield, a gray circle blob, a green square with a gray circle in the center, a red thin cone shape, a yellow and blue yin yang, and a silver shield like badge with 2 black lines on it. None of these badges show up anywhere else within Kanto, and going through every single other gym, the gym leaders' badges from other regions also shows that none of them are similar either. So where did these badges come from? Originally I was going to link Gary to beating the Kaz gym and Yaz gym and getting a temporary badge, as those 2 gyms were not yet officially certified as Poke League gyms, but they were still gyms, and maybe were able to give out temporary badges. But with a closer look, the question remains, what about the other badges? AJ's gym was never an official gym to begin with either, so Gary couldn't have even received a temporary badge from there. And those were the 3 gyms that were shown, albeit unofficial. Still, again, how did Gary get those badges? The best explanation I can come up with is that there are cities within the anime that Ash did not visit, and cities that showed up like Gringy City, which didn't show up within the game series as well. Gary had to have gone gone to some of these cities and challenged the gyms there to acquire those badges. This can be supported with the episode Bad to the Bone. In this episode, there are 2 Pokemon trainers that show off their badge collection. The first trainer's badge collection shows that he did indeed defeat Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, which makes sense since he had a very powerful Marowak. He also has the Soul badge from Koga and the Boulder badge from Brock, but the rest, again, have no similarities whatsoever to Kanto's gym badges. Looking at the second trainer's badges shows no badges whatsoever from Kanto. All of them look very different from any regions as well. This again supports the notion that Kanto is a much larger region than shown in the anime, and that many trainers there come from different cities and locations to get those badges. One might argue and say that, oh,
But Proto, those are fake badges. That Gary's badges are not legit at all.
but with how cocky and skilled Gary is, he has never needed to cheat to win in the past. Even after losing to Giovanni, he didn't use some underhanded tactics to win. Long story short, Gary didn't challenge the same gyms that Ash did, and instead went to a different location to get his various badges. I think we can safely consider this theory solved. As for the gyms that Gary actually went to specifically, those will remain a mystery until we get more of a backstory for him. And since it's been 16 years since the Indigo League was created, I highly doubt we will ever get the specific answers needed for this question. But at the very least, we know for sure that Gary, like other trainers, just visited other gyms. Thanks for watching, and please like and share this video where you can. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless.